Well, I don't think it gets any better for an exhibition game than that. It was a wonderful game, a wonderful crowd, and for an exhibition game, for us, it's much needed because we have 8 new players, and we need to find our weaknesses and where we need to work and improve. But really, really pleased with the grit that we showed coming back multiple times. I don't blame things like our missed free throws, 1 for 3 down the stretch where you could win. I blame the fact that we were running a motion play, and then go off the bounce with a tie score, and we don't get a good shot. We just stood around. And that's because of 8 new players. They're not used to working together, and that's been the toughest thing so far. Great guys, but we're not a together team defensively because we've been out-rebounded twice now by Towson and here. And to be honest, when a team shoots 42, 42 from 3 and grabs 16 offensive rebounds, they're getting the ball almost every possession. So defensively, we're nowhere near what we were last year, but this is a great exhibition game, and I'm so happy with not necessarily the results, but so happy that we find out where we need to get better and how to work, because we have 1 week left to do that.
We're going to start with questions for Zuby first.
Zuby, what did you think? What was your overall impression of today? Did you feel better about how you guys played than maybe a week ago?
I don't know. Obviously you don't like to lose exhibition or regular season, obviously, but just like Coach Pitino said, we just use this game as a learning point, and we just figure out exactly what we need to work on, because there's a lot of things that need to be cleaned up. Yeah, that's all I have to say. I'm just looking at the stat sheet here. We got our rebounded, and yeah, that can't happen. And we're just trying to get back to that defensive mindset that we were at last year, and it's going to take time, but we're going to figure it out.
Jason.
Last year was a proving ground for you guys. But this year there's more of a sense of ownership, especially here in Florida. And the way you guys played tonight against Michigan, what did it mean to you personally, facing it in like Michigan at start the season?
Just like you said, we didn't get the result that we wanted, but it was good competition. 2 great, coach teams, just going head to head, and yeah, it was just a good experience to be a part of, and like I said, we have a lot of things to figure out, and we're gonna, watch film soon, and just figure it out and figure out, our areas of weakness. But one thing I would say is that as far as our connectivity, we got to figure it out.
Zuby, the fact that this kind of felt like more than an exhibition, more than a regular season, almost had like a postseason feel to an extent. Does that serve you guys well, given that you have a really tough schedule in November?
I think our fans, did a great job of, just being energetic, early on, and like you said, for the exhibition game, it was pretty packed, and the energy was there. It was loud. That's something that we're gonna be looking forward to. Moving on. Like you said, we have a tough early schedule, and we're gonna need Johnny's Nation to show up time and time again, and like I said early on, it was a good a test for us to see exactly what we need to work on.
Zuby, it sounds like you mostly feel like defense is the thing that you guys need to really work on. Coach Pitino's put together a pretty rigorous schedule for you guys in the non-conference part of the season. Like, how close to being ready for it? How close are you guys being ready for that?
Time will tell. We're just, like I said, we're gonna watch film and figure out those areas that we could improve on. And it's early on. It's early in the season, but like we've said previously, we have a tough schedule ahead of us. So we have no time to waste in figuring out. And 10 new guys or anything like that, it's gonna be difficult. But we gotta figure it out. There's no excuses. Winning is the standard that we're trying to build here at St. John's. So everybody came here to win. All the transfers that came here to win. So whatever it takes, that's what we're gonna figure it out and just be better and learn from it.
Thanks, Zuby. We'll take questions for Coach. You're good.
Coach, you mentioned that Towson played a little bit of a slower pace, Michigan a faster pace. How do you think your team handled the pace tonight?
Well, we definitely got better from the Towson game, but the same problem 2 games in a row. Our guards did not rebound the ball. Last game, you combined all the backcourt players. They had 3 rebounds. Tonight, you've got Oziah with 0. You've got, Josan with 0, Oziah with 0. You've got Ian with 1. You got Dylan Darling with 0. And what happens is it's a long rebound. The guards have got to get tougher and grab the ball. So that was the most glaring weakness, is the guards not rebounding the ball. And I've always had really good guards that rebound. And that's the weakness as I'm looking at the team right now. The guards don't rebound.
Jason.
Coach, last year you talked openly about playing for the name on the shirt. And you instilled tenacity in the players. Tonight, from this game, what does it look like in terms of the resilience and the overall feeling about this team going into the season?
Oh, they're definitely playing for the name on the front. They're great guys. Great guys. This was a wonderful game, exhibition game. I mean, you like to win, but it doesn't count. It doesn't matter. You're almost better sometimes losing to understand now that your guards don't rebound. They have to rebound. We had 2 chances to win the game. We missed free throws, but it wasn't – I don't ever look at missed free throws because by and large we're a much better free throw shooting team this year. I saw a lot of really good things, but I think the weaknesses just rely on 8 new guys just not playing together. But a great game. Great game.
Good. Zach and then Kevin.
Rick, looked like Dylan was a little more confident.
Which Dylan?
Darling, than he was last Saturday. You played him a lot. What did you think of how he kind of played after last?
I think what he has to realize with motion on offense, he's got to move, then go downhill. He was trying to go downhill right away. And you've got to, when you're playing against a big team, you've got to get them moving defensively. So he learned a lot. Definitely. Oziah has been fouling a lot in practice, and we have done a very poor job as coaches in calling fouls. We've let him get away with putting hands on people. So that was a great learning experience for him tonight as well.
Rick, Dylan Mitchell seems like he's very comfortable in his role in your scheme. You've been very complimentary of him in this preseason. How do you see him continuing to fit and progress?
He's like a point forward. He does a lot of good things out there. All the front court played terrific. Ruben didn't have a good game. Ruben was just spaced out a little bit tonight. He didn't see the ball. The ball was thrown long. But those 3 guys did a good job. Our guards just have got to get tougher. They got to get meaner and tougher, and they will. They will. They're good guys, and they'll see the mistakes, and they'll improve off of it. But I'll say it again: it was just an awesome exhibition game. It doesn't get any better than that. An overtime 96-94 game.
Right here.
Coach, you guys were outshot from the field and from 3, as well as losing the rebounding battle. Yet it came down to a final possession in overtime to decide the game. Were you more encouraged or discouraged by the result?
Well, we forced them 22 turnovers to our 10, and that's one of the reasons. We shot more free throws, which is good. Our defense has to get better from the guard position. The guards have got to understand it. Dylan and Bryce aren't great blockout guys. They try to just go get it. And the guards have got to have their backs and go rebound the ball. I've been very blessed in my coaching career with guards that rebound. And I've had a group here that doesn't rebound the ball. We got to do something about that.
Okay, we have time.
And they're good enough athletes to rebound.
Time for 2 more, Rogers and Zach.
2 questions. First, I know that he missed 2 out of 3 free throws at the end, but did Lee Thomas earn something with you today in terms of, how much you might use him?
He was in the game to try and help us win. We know him and Oziah are the 2 best 3-point shooters, and we knew we needed 3-point shots there. And I told him, I said, look, we're going to have the timeout before Joe Son hit it, I said, we're going to be open from the three. Let it go. And Joe Son did, and he did. I'm not upset that he missed the free throws. I mean, yes, we could have won the game, but I'm more upset, as I told you, we wanted to create motion when we had the possession, and we did not do that.
And I mean, I guess the big picture question is, the season starts real soon. How close to ready, and what do you think is the potential?
Well, we'll be ready for Quinnipiac. I don't know if we're ready for Alabama or Kentucky, Ole Miss, and the Las Vegas trip, but we will be. We'll get it done. A lot of people are in the same boat we're in, with new players. And, if next year's team, there'll be 8 new players again. It's just difficult. But I set the schedule tough because I want to know right now, I know that our guards don't rebound. We got to do something about it. If we played another team and we won the game, we don't know what our weaknesses are. So I wanted to find out, and I found out tonight what our weaknesses are. And it's a great teaching tool. These guys are great guys. I've said it 100 times, but they're not together defensively. And they're not together because they don't know each other. But we got to find out in a hurry. Like Alabama's one of the fastest shooting teams in America. We got to change it. Tonight we changed ends and we left the basket naked like 3 times because we didn't see the ball. But we'll make our corrections. It'll be a fun team to coach.
With Ian, where do you think he's at right now? He kind of seemed like he's trouble tonight.
Well, he missed. He was out 3 days with a sprained ankle. I'm not concerned. He'll play better than he did tonight. We got to work on Ian's handle, where when he gets a little bump, he doesn't cough it up. That's the biggest thing with him. But he'll play much better than he played tonight. I've got confidence in him.